There's garbage trucks like right there. Look, over here. Garbage trucks. Come on. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to some City Skylines. In the previous episode, we worked on creating a high school for this new development area here. As the camera pans in, you'll be able to see our practice stadiums off to the far left side of it, the high school itself, as well as some other buildings and features to it. This is a different approach to something that I normally do in my cities, but it's one that you guys apparently liked. I'm spending more time on the details and little accents to areas which kind of help to create a cleaner look. This cleaner look, I think, will help our city overall. It might not be the most efficient design, but the point of this game is to enjoy it. And in doing all these little designs and features, I really did enjoy it. You can see the parking lots are already in use. Although the schools are closed because I don't have any residents living over here and schools are quite expensive, people are still using the stadiums and things as part of the school. So that's good. Looking at the broader scope of the city as we pan out here, our industrial area, well, obviously there's a fire, but our industrial area has been having some problems with demand of items being available. So one way that I was thinking of fixing that was adding a ship line. I have not found a mod for that yet on the workshop. I actually didn't really look, to be honest, because it's not something I want to do quite yet, but it is something that I want to plan for in the future. Additionally, in the city, and always a problem in this city, is our garbage problem. So going over towards the residential district of things, garbage is a huge problem, and it also causes death in our city at a constant and alarming rate. So a recommendation that I saw in the comments was to block the garbage from coming onto the highway. So that will make it so that the garbage centers that are on this side of the city only stay over here, and the garbage trucks that are meant specifically for the industrial area will stay over in that industrial area, and I think that's going to be a huge benefit. I do not remember who recommended it in the comments, but if it was you, thank you so much, and hopefully it worked. So jumping in game now, we're going to actually try to apply that first thing. So the way we're going to do that is using our traffic president mod, and right around here, what I'm going to do is select the vehicle restrictions. Now selecting both here and there, I'm going to block, I believe, oops, not that one. This one. Same thing here. There will be no garbage off or on to this freeway here. And I will have to do it over here as well. So there's going to be a few areas where we need to do this just to prevent any spawning or things like that, because they will find ways in somehow, I'm sure. And then right here, we're also going to prevent, actually we'll just do it way back here, any garbage trucks from getting off the freeway. Sorry if this does lag the game a little bit, I am aware of that. It's just a weird thing, I don't know, with rendering or something. Alright, so blocking that. It looks like this road has all traffic blocked on it except garbage trucks. I didn't know that I did that. And then, yeah, so that should do it actually right there. So that should limit all access. So now we have most of our garbage centers limited to just specifically over here or just specifically over here. So the garbage coverage in this area, if we go under garbage services and we select the info tab, you can see the coverage isn't too great on this side of the city. It does show there's access to it because of this, so this isn't going to update based on our other assets that are blocking it. So what I do want to do is kind of add, oops, this game's saving a little bit there. What I want to do is add some like recycling centers or things like that, so I can put them closer to the city center. That creates pollution. I need something that doesn't create pollution, which are these ones here, which again are a little bit expensive, 1,600 an hour, which is, I don't know. I don't even know how we can fathom that, but it does allow for only noise pollution, which is gonna happen in the city anyway. And there they go. So they're covering all aspects of the city now, which is great. So they're going all over here, but they're not going to leave over into this area, which should be a huge, huge benefit. This should hopefully solve a lot of the traffic problems. It is going to dip into our money a bit. Right now, as we're getting adjusted, I think I might need to turn one of them off. Actually, another thing I can turn off is some of these baseball stadiums, because I do have them all on. And although they're only 80 a week, it's not a super big thing. But like I said, we're not using this area yet. I did create it, and I do love how it turned out. But unfortunately, there's no residents, and I don't want people traveling all the way over here to just some like high school that was a planned development or something like that. So looking back at the city, I want to kind of look at our garbage service, like overall value. So I go. Why is it not showing the info tab for garbage? There it is. Okay. So landfill usage, we don't have any, and this is a schedule cleaning. I don't know what this slider is for. Anywho, we are still making money, which is great. Our capacity is like way up there. We have plenty of space for that, and we're not using anything, and it shows how much we're processing. And you can see these buildings are starting to get, buildings are starting to get blue, which means that garbage is being taken care of. And that's really good. That means that it's actually, so hopefully they'll be able to get here in a minute. Yep, there they are. The garbage trucks are going past them and collecting all that garbage and getting rid of it finally. And we still have these ones over here which are processing, and I really hope this is just gonna catch up soon. Although it does look like there's a lack of coverage here in the center of the city. So what can I put in the city center that's not going to be, so this is called a regional. Okay, that creates pollution. Again, I don't want something that's going to end up creating pollution. Pollution is not good in your city center, and noise can be dealt with, whereas pollution cannot. So this is a small little building, and I think that will help. So let's do that, and that will disperse a bunch more garbage trucks down here, and hopefully get to these areas. You can see that this is causing death. So the garbage, I think, was what was causing a lot of the death problems in our city, and unfortunately caused many, many citizens to die. But that's okay. So let's slow down the game a bit, because it is causing a lot of stress while it's processing all those garbage routes. Now I wanted to look at this. So the raw materials thing, again, a ship line I think would be great to solve that, but I don't have the ability to do that, and I don't have. Ooh, hold on, traffic. Hello? The garbage is just piling up, apparently. I'm not sure why. Let me see how many garbage trucks are on this road. 3 garbage trucks, 3 pedestrians, 3 cars. 27%. Well, welcome to Garbage Land, where our sole priority is to fill your apartment complex with only garbage. We never take out the trash. But apparently it's only this section of the city. I don't know. That's a weird one, and I really hope it's gonna get picked up. There's garbage trucks like right there. Look, over here. Garbage trucks. Come on. Just drive. Pick up their garbage. Alright, well, leaving that to be. It still shows that there's garbage problems here, and there's only 3 garbage trucks in use, and 1 garbage truck in use. I'm not understanding why the garbage trucks are not dispatching. There's plenty of garbage that needs to go be picked up, but no one wants to work today, or what's going on? Okay, there. Trucks are being dispatched. Finally, for whatever reason, they were having an issue. Hopefully they'll go and pick up all that garbage. There's a lot of traffic going on right now, so I think the rush hour mod is finally calculating what needs materials and when. And hopefully they'll also calculate to go pick up stupid garbage that's everywhere in my city. Alright, moving back along. So these buildings are still just dying of garbage. I have plenty of garbage coverage. I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense. Like every other building's like, yeah, we're great. No problems. Nothing's big. The good news out of all of this, though, now that we have pretty much solved the garbage problem. I mean, look, there's almost no bubbles. Okay, there's one. That guy over here is a jerk, though. No one likes him. But there's pretty much no bubbles anymore, other than it looks like people are starting to look for educated workers, which is great, because guess what we were working on last episode? A school. Now, for an elementary school, I believe it's going to be just a small elementary school on this side of the road, and then the middle school will be next to the high school. That's how it was around where I grew up, and I think it's just something I'm going to do to help grow the city. But I don't want to dive right into the middle school right away, nor do I want to, make a huge area. So I think what I'm going to do is just make a small little elementary school. We don't have a whole bunch of money to spend, but getting an elementary school planted down and then maybe dealing with some of this residential demand would be great. So just like the high school, there's going to be one little entranceway that curves around and kind of goes straight a little bit parallel to the road here, and then it's just going to curve right back onto the main road here. It's not going to be like a perfect curve. Actually, I don't like that at all right here. It's a very sharp curve. Let's select this, and we'll hopefully be able to connect that in a smoother way. There we go. I think that looks a lot better, actually, especially with that. So that will be the drop-off zone, as well as kind of an entryway to the school. That should be enough parking for an elementary school. I mean, there's only really teachers that are ever parking, plus a school bus loading zone or something like that. It's not a huge amount of parking that goes on at elementary schools, unless there's like a parent-teacher night or something like that. Yeah, see, that's not bad. So the tree, see, this is kind of why I like this no collision thing. So the dirt roads actually connect pretty well. There are some trees on the path, but you can see the paths kind of flow through here still, and they're still allowing access to this park. It allows filling for these spaces, and although there's a weird connection there, it does just generally make the area look a lot better. There we go. So now there's a fence all the way up to the front of the school, and this is where the kids will be picked up. There's also probably a fence around the parking lot, to be honest, but this is just a giant play area. I might add some more assets out here, as well as trees. I don't know how well trees would look, so let's think about trees really quick. What was I? Terrain painter was what I was looking for. I was going to place trees over here. So let's look at these trees and just plop a few of them down along the fence. It'll help to tidy it up, as well as create some privacy for the residents that live behind the school. Some of these other oak trees, and I'm placing them outside here, and that will kind of help fill in the space, as well as over here. And I think that's about all I can really do with it. There's a playground across the street that they can get. Okay, there's still cars on the road. I don't understand. So there is still a lot of open space for the kids to play, and maybe we'll put some playground pieces out there. But I think that's kind of it for this elementary school area. Well, I don't want to fill out the rest of this area with residents just yet until I have the middle school going, because I don't want too many people to get educated, because that's really going to cut into the profit of our uneducated farmer workers. I'm not saying that all farmers are uneducated, but these specific farmers here in my city are all uneducated. And that's how I like it, because they don't protest or anything. Although they do care that they don't have enough resources. However, I think this was a productive episode in fixing the problems with our city. It doesn't look like there's much garbage problems anymore, other than in the upper, not upper class, the upper density sections here, which we could probably fix by putting another dump site somewhere out here. The recycling centers, I do think, benefit a lot in allowing to have them in the city center without a lot of pollution. All you're really sacrificing is noise, which they're getting anyway from commercial. So that is a good benefit of those, and I'll put some more here once I start to expand the upper density buildings, if I plan to expand the upper density buildings into the city center here. Other than that, leave a comment if you have any mods or assets you want to recommend, as always, as well as if you know the name of the asset to add a ship line to our city so that we can help to benefit this issue here. Although I don't think it is much of an issue because we are gaining a lot of money still, but it is an issue nonetheless. The little bubbles are always mean issues around here. Again, there's some low land value things, but look, garbage is gone. Our garbage problem is gone. So, as always, leave a like if you liked it, and we'll see you next time.